now we'll go over some guillotine finishes from the sprawl position. The front headlock positions we were working before. It's a very common position you end up in, especially in no-gi grappling. So there's three different ways to finish the guillotine. There's the arm out guillotine, standard guillotine where we're here, having control of the opponent's neck with no arm in reach. There's the arm in guillotine where we have his neck and his arm in control with our arms. Or what I like to call the arm and compressed guillotine, where his arms across his neck, so there's a lot less room for him to escape. So I'll start with the arm out, standard guillotine. So we're here in the front headlock position, and we start with the control of the arm because we have to control the opponent's body before we can go for a submission. So I'm gonna then let go of his arm, and then I'm gonna go and make a grasp on my hand. We're gonna grab our hand under the blade's edge of the hand there, and then with our opposite arm, we're going to use that to leverage our elbow on top of the opponent's back to add more pressure and trap him in place. So, front headlock position, I'm going to go ahead and lose this arm, and then grab that knife grip, the blade edge of my hand, and then put my elbow on top of my opponent's back for added leverage. Now from here, we can either baseball slide to the opposite side of which his head's on my body, and then use our outside leg to come over his hips, or we can stand up and pull guard. So, headlock position, losing the arm, elbow over. I'll start with the baseball slide. So baseball slide, we're gonna go sit our hips through here, and then we're gonna try to bring our inside knee in through, in between his hips and his chest, and then our outside leg over his back. So we're here, bring this knee over, here, which leads to a quick tap. The other way to finish, so front headlock position, lose the arm, elbow over. You can go ahead and stand up and pull guard. So just stand up as much as you need to, just to get this leg through. Here, our opponent's going nowhere. So that can be hard to get sometimes because the opponent's chin can slip out as you're trying to sit through for the standard arm out guillotine, which is why a lot of people opt for arm in guillotines. So standard arm in guillotine here, same thing, but you're grabbing over your opponent's arm and then grabbing the blade's edge of your hand. Same two ways to finish. You can sit your hips through and then grab your opponent with your legs, or you can stand up and pull guard. So when we're here, I like to sit through, and then we're going to go ahead and then bring our outside leg over, bring our knee in, leads to a tap. That's the best way to finish the arm in guillotine, because oftentimes if you're here and you try to stand up and pull guard for the arm in guillotine, the opponent can stand up, which relieves a lot of pressure. And sure, you can go for sweeps here, but you're not going to finish the submission most of the time. So I like the baseball slide through to finish that one. But the best one yet is the arm in compressed, because that really leaves your opponent nowhere to go, nowhere to escape. So same starting position. We're front headlock here. Now we're going to want to walk our body past this arm of the opponent, and we're going to want to use our body to walk the arm back in towards their neck to cut off more blood pressure as we sit through the choke. So the way I like to do that is I'm here, I walk my body off to the side, and I get a C grip, and I sort of shoot that arm through really quick, and then make that grip, and then instantly baseball slide through. That's the best guillotine in my opinion. Once you have your opponent trapped with your guard, or as much guard as you can repose after getting the choke, there's practically nowhere for them to go. So one more time. We're here. You're sort of fighting back and forth, as I'll show in a second. You can go back and forth from jarses and guillotines here. So I make the angle, and then I get C grip, push his arm through. I'll grab his bicep here, or his tricep for a second too as I set this up, until I grab my own arm. Now I'm gonna sit my way through, and now pull as much guard as I can. Leads to a very tight guillotine, hard to escape. So now we'll go over some guillotine defense so that when someone's going ahead and hunting around for your neck, you're fully prepared on what comes your way. So first of all, I'll show the guillotine defense when our opponent gets the head and arm guillotine and stands up and pulls guard. And note, it's a similar defense if the arm's not in. and then I'll show defense when the opponent goes for the baseball slide. So we're in sprawl position. Our opponent's going for the arm in guillotine here, and then he goes up and stands up and pulls guard on me. So when this is the case, you're going to stand up here to take away the angle of the choke. And now once you're standing, you're going to go ahead and point your head down and then come through the little hole that's opened from the fact that you're standing up. There's a little gap in between his arm and his chest that you're going to hunt for the top of your head and bring your arm through. So again, one more time. So we're here, our opponent stands up and arm and guillotines us. First of all, stand, and then you're going to have to wait here for a second. Now that you've killed the angle, you won't get choked, but when the time's right, you're going to go ahead and duck your head down past his bicep and then come up through his chest. Again, in slow motion. So we're here. You just bury your head down, come up over, and come through. Now you're out of the guillotine. Now, for the second defense here, when our opponent goes to baseball slide through for the finish, there's a timing base counter that you can hit him with. So same type of choke. Our opponent's going for arm and guillotine. Right as he baseball slides through, we're gonna use his momentum to fly and jump ourselves, almost do a front roll to where we end up on our back as our opponent sits through so that we can come up on top. So when our opponent sits through, I'm gonna go ahead, roll over my head. From here, I can go ahead and bring my elbow down, take north south position here. So again, one more time. Our opponent has us here. So it's all timing based. If he sits through, we're done. So you have to wait for him, and then as soon as he sits through, you're front rolling. Now you're coming through. Maintain that top position and work for your own submissions.